Hi, I'm Eric Lucero
And I'm Paul Berezetsky.
of Sharpen The AXE on EnterTalk Radio, powered by Pitbull Audio. And on this episode, we have for our guest today, Nick from Prisma. Welcome.
Hey.
Welcome to Sharpen the Axe. Explore the bleeding edge of guitar and bass gear. Discover a sound uniquely your own and cut through the noise. With your hosts, Eric Lucero and Paul Berezetsky.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
Oh, no worries. Last time we talked to you was actually a phone, right? Yeah, 8-9 months ago or so. Yeah, we had you for a phone interview.
Yeah.
And we had just brought the brand in pretty much, or a little bit earlier, with the ones that we have here, actually.
Did we do a phone interview?
Yeah.
We did over Skype. Yeah.
Oh, so over Skype. Yeah,
Shit,
over Skype.
I don't even remember that.
It's all good.
Okay.
No
Well,
worries.
cool.
But we had just brought these in right here, the Syndicate right here, and the Toledo over there in the hands of Paul, which, killer instruments. Everyone at Pitbull loves these things. People love picking them up and trying them. But there's been some stuff that's happened and some different things since then, right?
Yeah, totally.
So, go ahead, sorry.
I mean, I don't know. Do I just say?
Yeah, you can go roll right into it.
Yeah, basically, I had cut my fingers off not too long ago, maybe like 3-4 months ago at this point, and then so building obviously was affected by that. We have some new models and things like that too. And on a more normal note, and and now I'm in the process of moving shop.
Right on.
So things are going good.
So,
Or kind of good.
Yeah. On the way towards there, right?
Yeah.
Right. So, after your injury, after the initial, shock and starting to recover of all that, I mean, you guys had orders for sure at the time you were injured and after, right? Mm-hmm. So, after that, how did you keep the business going?
Well, I want to say what kept it like completely fine, like being injured the entire time and like not even having a hand or anything, was that when we were going to NAMM, I started NAMM prep because of last year, like I was kind of rushed, and this year I knew how it was going to be, so I started NAMM prep like 3 or 4 months early, including like finishing orders and like stuff like that, like in the meantime, like of it all. And I had kind of gotten everything done really quickly, including all the NAMM guitars, like not like built out completely, but like all the woodworking was done before I cut my fingers off.
Oh wow, okay.
So then when I cut my fingers off, it was like kind of this thing where it was like, okay, well I need help to drill a couple holes and like sand this and sand that, and like nothing crazy, it was like something I could direct like people to do. And so I got some guys to come in and help me and things like that, and then we were basically already done, so I shipped everything to the finisher, and then then you have your like lag time. And then I did kind of get those guys to build like a few things like also like in that intermediate time, but it was like nothing for NAMM, it was just for orders and stuff.
Gotcha.
Yeah, but it was easy to like, it was hard and easy. It was like easy to teach them what to do because I'm sitting there and I have all the time in the world, and but it was hard because I couldn't actually like if I wanted someone to cut something a certain way or like they were filed something a certain way.
Like you want to just jump in there and show them, right?
I want to, but I can't, so it was like, it was pretty frustrating. I mean, my hand was wrapped completely, like in a cast, like the whole thing for like 3 or 4 months.
Gotcha.
Or no, probably 3 months, yeah.
So of course, you couldn't do any kind of hands-on training. It was all kind of just verbal command the entire time.
Yeah, totally. So that's what was hard, but it was, this is my only gig, so it was like enough time for me to like sit and get a game plan, you know?
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, good thing I did all that stuff before this happened. It was like pretty convenient timing.
Are you able to kind of start building again, or you still?
Yeah, I was building like an hour ago, but there's definitely things that I just like have a really hard time doing now. Like,
I imagine.
Playing, like I was saying, playing guitar is kind of complicated. I never really used a pick before, and like my pointer finger doesn't even move anymore. So like I'm basically moving my fingers up a string. Mm-hmm. Does that make sense?
Yeah, like upstroke, kind of like that.
Well, like, you know, you normally like that, you know, my pointer finger doesn't really move, so I'm now, my pinky is now on the high E.
Oh, okay.
Like permanently. And I don't know, it's just like retraining the songs and my fingers, like basically. And like, also I have like baby strength, so I'll be dropping things constantly, like for no reason, or like holding things that are really small is really complicated, like little screws and stuff. Like I can't really hold anything like that, like without dropping it like a bunch of times. So that's complicated, but
what about
like in terms of other building things, like sanding sucks, hurts my fingers really bad. Like I can't pull grip tape off the boards really easily.
Yeah.
My left arm was getting really strong, but
you just don't have the dexterity. I guess you're right-handed, I assume.
Yeah, I'm right-handed. Everything else seems to be fine, like in terms of building, but like I was using the router table the other day, and like, you know, I was really going through like a dense patch, like of like end grain or something, you know?
Yeah.
And when I was routing this body, and I was like barely holding on to it. Like, you know, it was like trying to get like flung out from the table. Because you're supposed to be like so in control. Like it's down below and you have your hands on it and you're like moving it. But like my hand is seriously like, I can't carry anything, you know? So like for it to have one spin, my like prominent strength hand, like it's pretty frustrating, especially since when you use the router table, you push that way. So you have to like still use it. And I tend to use my palm for a lot of things more than like my fingers, you know?
Because part of the adaptation to make that happen, right?
Yeah, so I'm just like, sometimes my fingers won't even be doing anything at all. Like I'll carry stuff like this, you know?
Yeah, over your palm instead of gripping it for your fingers because you can't.
Yeah, I mean, I can now, but it's just like, it's just hard. Like you could see like the scars on every single finger. Like my hand got mangled. I got caught like up to there in the tool. So it was just like, and it was a fan. I got caught in a fan. Yeah. So it was like hitting, like up to here. And I pulled my hand out and I saw like all these things wrong with it, obviously, and I called the ambulance. And like,
that's like the worst, most terrifying thing for any musician.
Yeah.
And a craftsman in general, you know,
musician
just
and a builder.
Yeah, that's
terrible.
You know, sending a shiver up my spine just thinking about that.
No, it sucks, but I mean, in another way, like I was able to kind of reevaluate a lot of things, and I had a lot of time to kind of hang out and like think about just new models, and like that's kind of like more when Matt Sonia got like more dialed in and like colorways and like, you know, just like certain colors that I like and things that I want to do, and like just stuff like that. So I had a lot of time to like mess around with that stuff, and now I'm just trying to like heal completely, because like my fingers are like crooked and stuff, like, so I just need to like, I don't even know if that will fix it, but I do have to get surgery again, so we'll see if that's good.
But it's good you're at least on the road to recovery and with physical therapy. But I mean, that's impressive that so far in you're building
crazy that
so many months after.
Well, it's just crazy that I have my fingers, honestly, because I thought seeing them not on my hand and then now they are on my hand is like and they like kind of work for the most part is pretty wild. I
Yeah.
mean, like I was prepared to just like not have any fingers.
Wow.
Or like it was 2 fingers. I was prepared to not have 2 of them. Like,
Damn.
Yeah.
On the ride to the hospital, that was just you were
like
kind of,
30
like,
seconds
accepting
in,
that.
30 seconds in, I was just like, oh man, like what did I do? All right, well, you know, we'll see how that goes. You know, like I might be able to make that work. I don't know. I was just thinking, like I figured there was still a way. Like even if I couldn't work, I could teach someone how to do it, or if I didn't want to do that, I could always just like do like CNC thing or something. Like it wouldn't stop me from building. Like it was just more like, you know, I build a lot more than guitars, you know, so like I build everything in my life, like this is my hobby as well. So like I'm making furniture and this and that, and like I was just like, oh man, like that sucks. Like everything I do, I need my hand for everything. At least I could still skate, but yeah.
But it's, I remember from that interview, you were talking about how you learned to be a luthier in the first place, that you just started building spoons and random stuff.
Yeah.
And so it's continued on, so especially when you've come to rely on it in part of your home life too.
Right.
That's a terrifying prospect.
As far as home life goes, not having a hand is crazy even just for that. Like you can't, like showering is difficult, like especially in the shower I had in San Francisco, like was like a closet, and I had to keep, with the cast, I had to keep my hand out of the water, but like I had, the way the shower head was, like I had to be backwards to the shower head to be like outside, because this way was a wall, so it was like, so I had to wash myself backwards like every day, and like and then like you can't cook, because you can't like use a knife, and if you want to use your left hand, what do you hold the thing you're cutting with?
Yeah, so it...
You know, so like, I mean, and that's just a little bit of it. It gets really complicated, like, and I have to say, like, there wasn't many things to work around that. Like, I ended up eating out, like, every meal, basically. But then the other thing was when I started building, like, the spoons and everything, when I started woodworking and started Prisma, like, entirely, it was just because I was injured. Like I hurt my ankle, like I broke my ankle and I couldn't walk or skate or anything, and I was out for like 6 months, like physical therapy and stuff, and during that time period, that's when I learned how to woodwork.
So in like a year you're going to be building rockets probably.
So that's what I was saying.
Is progress.
Like, I mean, all I'm saying is like, that was like a nice thing that someone said, or like a friend of mine said, who's like, hey man, well you got hurt and then you started this company and now you're hurt again, so maybe like this will start something new. And I don't know if it is right now, but maybe it'll like really dial it all in. You know, how I'm feeling. I mean, I'm trying to start like some little side projects up, but I'm not, like this is my thing, and that's just for fun to see how it goes.
Right on.
Are you looking to get in any more kind of like computer-based design and 3D? Anything like that?
What do you mean, like
Well,
for guitar stuff? Or
for anything, just more like in a computer 3D
Well, I went to school for industrial design, so I know how to do 3D printing, like CNC, even though I don't use it for the guitars, like AutoCAD, SolidWorks, like injection mold, powder coating, like I
everything.
like metal lathe, like. You know, like we machine these knobs.
Yeah, which are available as on your website as an available accessory, correct?
Yeah, like so if people want to like soup up their telly, they can basically like buy this pickup and these knobs and like have kind of their own Prisma guitar, even though it's not, but but they have their own little flair, right?
Yeah.
So
right?
like it's cool. I mean, you can still have like kind of a piece of our brand, and yes, but we buy stainless steel like 20 feet long, and we chuck it up on metal lathe and knurl it, and we drill the hole for the shaft and drill tap the set screw, put the skateboard wood in there, like everything, you know, like literally 100% made, in-house.
All in-house.
Yeah.
Wow. It's and that's one of the parts when I've told people about your brand or explained to customers that, the way you came up, you learned every skill along the way. It was part of your college education,
Yeah.
or you used the lessons you learned, and it all shows in the quality of build and the little touches like that, or your collaborations with
Yeah.
McNelly, say on
Yeah,
the
yeah,
pickups right
totally.
there.
Yeah, the first time I ever talked to Tim, that was like an idea we talked about. We didn't get into it like straight away, but like our first email was like, let's cut the skateboard really thin. And I was like, I think we could do that, but like let's just get to know each other first. Like,
Start a little slow, yeah.
You gotta buy me dinner first.
I didn't want to get so quick, but like, I mean, obviously it worked out pretty damn well. But and we can do like everything, even stuff that I don't have on my site, like we can do. So like if people have ideas, like they should email me, because Tim, between like, me and Tim working around what's possible with this, like we can do bass pickups, we can do
Really?
like he really can do anything.
Nice.
Like in terms of like aesthetic and sound,
So if someone wants a P-bass pickup with the skate top, it's
I
possible.
think we've done it, yeah.
Oh, wow.
I'm pretty sure we've done it. And we could do like Tron pickup with like the skate thing in there. We could do.
Really?
Yeah, because anything that has like an open cover, like it's possible to do it. And I don't remember how he did the P-bass one, but I know that he did it once. We only did it once, but like it's possible.
Hey, and while we're on that subject, one of the cool parts of your company that a lot of people don't seem to know is that you do make basses.
Yeah. I don't
tried-
know why people ask me every single day on Instagram if we make basses. I'm like, well, I post them all the time.
Yeah, check the damn website.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, we got basses. I wish I brought one today, but yeah, we had a video, one of the main videos we did with like Bobby Vega playing one of our basses.
Oh, rad.
And like
Nice.
talking, like speaking about us like highly, and we were like all excited, and that got like, I don't even remember, it got a lot of views. It went viral,
That's
and
awesome.
and yeah, still people don't know. But but we have a new bass shape too.
Really?
So we have a bass shape called the Bowman. It's like kind of P-bass inspired.
Nice.
And then we have another bass shape called the Corvina, and that's kind of, and I don't know how to describe that one. It's kind of like Rickenbacker style.
Yeah. It kind of seemed to have a more symmetrical bow than say the Toledo there, but it had the
Right.
big horn, like an offset.
Yeah, it had like
horn.
it has like a big horn that like like see how that one goes up and out, like it goes up and in.
Yeah.
But yeah, like that's the most fun part about doing all this, is drawing these shapes up, and like that Matsonia shape too that we released at NAMM, which we don't have here, but that one is, I don't know. That's like I feel really happy about that, because in my opinion, it looks super familiar, like in a way that it's like, okay, well this has to, like I drew it, and like even me and my shop mates and my techs and everything, we're all like, this has to exist already,
Like someone's had to have done it already.
Are we copying something here? Like, I don't know. And like, I kept like looking around and like thinking if it was, and like subconsciously I was drawing like something that existed, but like, no, it's totally just our own thing.
And it's very cool looking. It's kind of offsetty, but it has like kind of clipped.
I think
Clipped kind of horns almost. I don't know how to. I'm not describing it well. We'll definitely be putting up an image of it over this.
Yeah, you're gonna have to. I guess.
Yeah.
But like I feel like it has like a kind of jaggy lower bout, but it's small bodied though. It's smaller than this body. It's like this sized body.
So a little bit closer to the Syndicate sort of shape right here.
Yeah, so it's a lot, like tighter on this lower waist,
Yeah.
but it has like kind of a jag offset, a Telecaster-esque setup, and it's kind of SG like horns
Yeah.
that are
It's a better
kind
word
of
for it.
more or the SG ones are pretty elongated. Ours are like kind of more, I don't know, offset and small. I don't know. I like it though.
It's a very catching one, especially you guys did one that had the kind of quarter sawn skate top that kind of had a brown stain over it.
Oh yeah, we tint over the stripe. That's what we do. And you can do like any color.
So that's a good.
That one was black tint.
That was black tint. Okay,
Yeah.
kind of looked almost walnutish to me, but that's another good thing to point out to anyone who might be interested in a Prisma guitar is that you can tint over. You can even tint over these tops, right?
Yeah, you could. I don't think I've done that, but I have gotten a sample back. It's like basically as wild as the colors could be, like rainbow, when you tint over it, they all become like monochromatic.
Gotcha. Okay.
So it's like, it's nice for someone who just wants like one color. I mean, like obviously, but like if you're trying to buy a custom guitar, maybe that's your point of hesitation, is that you don't like green and pink or whatever, because I don't know what comes up, right?
Yeah.
So like it's just random one of a kind thing, but like if you don't like those colors, like we could tint blue over this whole thing. This would actually look pretty cool, because this wouldn't change much. It would just get a little darker probably.
Yeah.
But then these natural colored plies would also become blue. The green would probably become more
Probably a little aqua.
blacky.
Oh, blacky. Okay.
I don't know. I think black. It's hard to say, right? Like, I
it's all
mean, I
part
don't really know. It's
experimentation.
like putting a blue, like if we just got like a blue film and put it over
Yeah.
it, maybe that's, I don't even know if that's the way it would work, but.
Something
Yeah.
kind of similar.
Yeah.
But at least it's that, again, you're open to the experimentation of it for customers, that if they want to try something out, you can make it happen.
I'm basically willing to do anything in the custom shop that's like within our realm already,
Okay.
Like if spraying a tint, like we've done it before, it's fine. Like we've never done it over this, but like if you want it, that's fine.
Okay.
What's like
I'm
a
not
crazy
trying to build
request?
like, well, people like will be like, hey, like I've had people actually give me deposits for like, let's say like this Toledo shape, and they will then they'll then like email me the next day and say like, oh, and don't forget to like put like a dragon inlay in the back of the neck. And I'm like, when did we talk about that? Like I
Don't spring that on me. What the hell?
yeah, like I don't do that, like
You forgot
you're
the
like
stick
relying
button
on
handle.
me now to be like a cartoonist of dragons and also executed in the inlay form.
Yeah.
Like,
Like you're a master jeweler who's going to carve that out of
yeah,
like,
no, that's not how that's gonna work. But I do get some pretty crazy requests, and then a lot of people just don't understand that, like they don't understand like the copyright thing, and people just email me all day to make like copy guitars, and I'm like, no,
Yeah,
I mean
can't
like
do that.
that's clearly why I have like set lists.
Yeah.
How does that work? Is that a subjective thing, or are there specific, like you can't do this angle of the horn to?
I don't
this
really
curve?
know. I think it's just like copyright, trademark stuff. It's like you can't. I mean, I don't even want to get into that anyways.
Yeah.
Like I feel proud to like have built like my own brand, right? So like, why would I want to make something that someone else made and made famous and like, yeah, it's a classic, but like, is there really not anything that I make that you like? Like, if I don't, then like, don't buy it from me.
Yeah, they're hitting you up for a certain reason. So it's like, oh, I love what you do. Build me an SG.
Nah.
Yeah, you know,
Yeah.
that kind of thing. Yeah, why would you go for that?
Well, like basically what I tell people if they want a Telecaster, I say, well, I have a shape called the Duke, which is like similar
Right.
to the Telecaster, and we can do like a similar Telecaster setup, like
Yeah.
so that way they get kind of what they want, but like it's within our realm of stuff, right? And like I don't know if you wanted, I don't know, you get it.
Yeah.
I don't need to keep going there.
Oh, it's all good, but that you're willing to
Or SG, it'd be like, oh, well, we have the Madsonia shape that's somewhat like an SG, but this is like our version, you know, like, and that's like our way around all that, or like how I redirect.
So
people.
people can kind of, if they want to, you know, you have the shapes that you choose from, but I want this kind of, you know, 2 humbuckers, 2 volume, 2 tone. You guys can kind of work around.
No, yeah, 100%. That's really
that way.
straight up. Like, I could totally do that. Not a problem. Yeah.
Right
I
on.
mean, like, you could completely change this setup. It's just in this shape. Like, that's fine.
So there is some work. So
Yeah.
there's definitely room to work.
Yeah.
Now,
You could put that setup on that. Same shit.
Why not, right?
Yeah.
So aside from the Madsonia, have there been any other options that have opened up? Any, like, you know, any new choices of pickups or anything that has opened up since then?
New choices of pickups. Well, in that Madsonia shape, I've kind of started using, McNelly made a pickup called the, actually I don't really know the like formal name, but it's his version of like a Charlie Christian pickup, and it's super bassy, super loud, output wise, and like really good clean tones. Not a lot of noise or anything either. It's like, I bought every pickup that he makes basically, right? Because I've been doing business with him for however long, and that neck pickup, or that pickup is seriously the best pickup I've bought from him, I think. And I used to think it was the Sparkle Tron, but now I think it's, now my opinion has switched to that Charlie Christian one. I mean, at least for my style of playing, right? It's like ice cream flavors. Like, some guy's gonna really like this sound more than the Charlie Christian one, but like, that's just his ice cream flavor that he likes.
Right, which has been a popular one, but you've been working with, aside from McNelly, David Allen, right?
David Allen.
Who's loaded in there.
Yeah, we offer David Allen stuff. What are those? Those are Dirty Cats, Alley Cats? I don't remember.
Alley Cats, I believe, on that one, which is his PAFs. But if you can actually, why don't you give us a little sample of what the David Allen sounds like there?
Cool.
Yeah.
Well, that sounded great, by the way.
Thank you.
Yeah, good
Plays
job.
great. I love guitars that just. I don't have a mic. I love guitars that kind of play themselves. So just pick it up and it feels natural.
Yeah.
And this is one of those.
Yeah, cool, man.
That's been the we have in our showroom the Syndicate and the Toledo here, and that's been like one of the first things people say right off the bat is the neck feel.
Yeah.
That neck shape is, which is like a C shape, right? That you've been putting
well, we
on
have
there.
a bunch of different profiles. This one, is like a little bit smaller. Yeah, that one is that's a good C shape one. But we do like a LP style.
Oh, so guys do the fatter Gibson neck.
Yeah, we could do that, and we could
Nice.
do like a super chunky C or a real thin C, whatever you want. I mean, one guy in the UK, I don't know if I can talk about other dealers, but right now, but James Humatown, he picked up a custom Sunset order, and the guy like special requested like a really specific neck size, and we were able to just like dial it in,
Really?
like copy it, yeah.
Right on.
So that's cool.
So someone with
option for
smaller
people.
hands that wants that slick Jackson Ibanez neck, or that just wants the speed playing, you can do it
But
for
you
them.
know, you've talked to that guy who's like obsessed with one neck, and he wants it to be on every one of his guitars.
Yeah.
So like that's for that guy, right?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, Hey, but you can you can make it for them if you want to, right?
No, like why can't I? You know, like
Right.
that's no problem. But the other thing was, I forgot what I was gonna say. I lost my train of thought. Oh, pickups.
Oh yes, the pickups.
Righteous Sound pickups. I used a set of his pickups. He sent me one called the Gold Tooth. Yeah, Gold Tooth.
Gold Tooth.
And
Righteous Sound.
it was like a zebra humbucker with like one gold pull piece or screw, and it was like I used it in our Diavolo model at the NAMM show. It was like our showpiece one.
Yeah.
Really cool sound, really cool look. I always wanted to use one of those like zebra looking
Nice,
ones,
yeah.
you know. But yeah, I'm definitely gonna talk to that guy about stocking his shit.
Yeah.
He interned for Jason Lawler, so
Damn,
like
really?
that's like where
Wow.
his like knowledge comes from. So he's not like a random guy or anything. He's just like trying to start his thing up. Like he's done working for him, and he's gonna start his own company, I guess. I mean, as far as I know, I'm talking out of my ass here. I don't really know.
But still,
That's from what I got from his email. But I use the pickups and they're super cool.
Right
really
on.
professional.
I'll have to keep an eye out for Righteous Sound. Maybe even
Yeah.
bring him into Pitbull. But that's, I mean, if you're trained under Jason Lawler, I mean, that's some of the most popular pickups around. The Imperials are all
He's
over the place.
basically now like a staple of like, I mean, he's beyond boutique now, in my opinion.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
know?
He's quickly rising. Like, I wouldn't doubt within 10, 15 years, he's up there with as common as DiMarzio Seymour Duncan is.
Right.
With as fast as he's rising. But another, at NAMM, one of the basses you had an interesting pickup choice that I had never tried before, was the filter Tron, or some
Yeah.
sort of Tron on a bass.
Honestly, I
was surprised
don't
by that.
even know what that's called. Every time I order it from Tim, I just say the bass Tron pickup.
Yeah.
Because I don't think he has it on his site. He just like custom makes it when I want it, you know?
I was trying to find it on there, and I didn't
Yeah.
see it, but I was just, it was a different choice for me, and that's, again, back to the
They sound
uniqueness.
good, you know? Yeah, I really, so back to uniqueness, and as far as how that goes, Tim literally will make anything I want, you know? Like,
yeah.
like, I love that. So if people are ordering custom or even want to pick up switch in like an existing guitar,
Yeah.
that's like totally something we can do. And if you are like, oh, I love the look of this Syndicate, but P90s are my thing, you know, like just we'll call Tim and we'll ship 2 humbuckers like we don't have to reroute anything. Like we'll just get the humbuckers and the P90 casing.
Wow.
And I've done it open. I've done it with the same covers where it's just like 2 lines of screws,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
then I've done it open, you know. And when it's open, you can do like the skate thing, or you could do it with black, like whatever board that is that those guys use.
Yeah, that weird black
We could do
material
gold
that's on
foil,
top. Ooh.
anything. Like
Nice.
seriously, like. And then as far as finishing, it's like you could go black if it's open cover. It's like black, like on a raw nickel, a polished nickel, a gold. Like everything's available for him. It's just like I think it's difficult for him to put all of it on his website.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
like when we are as builders buying from him, I almost only want to get that crazy stuff, you know, because I think it's a lot more interesting. Like, and it's not something you would see like, you know, you go to a guitar shop and it's just like some normal thing or whatever.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm happy to. So if anyone's listening and they want to like buy anything from Pitbull or from me or whatever, and you like the colors and you like the setup and you like the neck and you like everything else, super easy to just swap the
Just swap
pickups
it
out. Just talk to us. We can make that happen.
And we have the, and you can make that dream setup on the Prisma come true.
Yeah, like why? Yeah, like if you like this one of a kind color pattern, I can't remake it. So if you like that, then like hop on it, like, you know.
Yeah, which I've heard you say before, that if you like the one you're seeing, get it. It's not going to happen again. They really are one of a kind and unique every time.
Yeah, you can't lag on it because people do, and then they email me and a photo of one that's gone, like sold, and I can't even get close to doing. I mean, I can try really hard to like have those same colors like reemerge, which is possible, but it's not ever going to be the same.
You can't remake that
Yeah.
exact grain pattern, the way
Like,
it flows.
You know, maybe it's it's orange and blue and green and pink or something, whatever. And the next time I try really hard to remake it, like, I don't get the pink, I get yellow.
Yeah.
And, like, you know, I don't get blue, I get black. So it's like, but I can get, like, 2 of the 4 colors, you know? I don't know, it's just hard. It's more about my stock. Like, if my stock is donated, like, or found, you know? It's not like I am producing the colors, like, by any means.
It's all by chance.
Do you have to specifically look for like older skateboards, or are they still made the same way with a colored?
No. I don't know the like history behind why skateboards have the color in them. My guess is that back when skateboards were being first built in factory, it was difficult. And I'm literally making this up right now, possibly. But this is my idea, is that when skateboards were being pressed and they needed to do, you know, one grain direction then the other grain direction, when they're laminating it, one of the grain directions was a color. So that the factory
So they know
worker
which one goes first,
didn't
which
even need to think, and he could just grab from one pile, glue it, grab the other pile, glue it, grab the other pile, glue it. It makes more sense that way.
Yeah.
Now I think it's completely just, they just do it for no reason.
I mean,
'Cause,
like a tradition of just
now
it's done.
Well, now it's branding. Like, you know, some companies clearly have, like, Deluxe only has maybe 5 colors that they use. They're always right next to each other in the same way. And to me, like, that's a way to tell a Deluxe board, like, without looking at the graphic. And like Creature and Santa Cruz, like, well, Creature's all green boards, right? Or all black boards, or green and black boards. And like, they don't even have natural layers sometimes.
Really?
Yeah, like, it's just completely, I've done a few Creature guitars and they're just 100% green. You know, like, there's
The Hesher company makes sense.
Yeah. Or Santa Cruz one where it's just like all black or all blue or whatever. And then Enjoy is just like all rainbow.
Yeah,
Like, they don't use any natural colors. It's just like they're all crazy. And so what I'm saying is basically these companies are using that side ply, even if people don't even pay attention to it, as like a little branding subconscious. I mean, I think it's branding. Totally is.
It's like identifying, you know, on like a species of an animal, their coat, you know, or colors. Like, they come commonly in these patterns. So
or maybe also it's just so a board that has a colored top, people are more likely to buy because they want to do like grip, like a weird grip job on it, and like you can see the colors easier than you can see the natural. Also, the natural gets dirty when you're riding it all the time. Or like if your graphic scrapes off, it's like a color underneath instead of natural, you know? I mean, like, yeah, I don't know. Again, we're just making this up, but this is just my thoughts. I have a lot of time alone to think about this, you know, de-gripping boards and stuff.
Making the body blanks, that is the longest part of the build process, right?
Yeah. Yeah, it takes basically like 4 days to produce just the blank. And it's the least fun part of it all, but it's obviously well worth it in the end when you get what you get. But there's just a lot involved, and there's a lot involved in creating the stripe pattern, like even more so. And it's just, yeah, you got to de-grip everything, take the paint off, glue it, cut it, or plane it, cut it, then glue it again, sand it, and then you have to play.
So it is a involved process. It's not easy to do, and that's, I mean, you're talking about the I guess we can call them quarter sawn tops, right? Where you do it like that's on the top of the
like
right
this look. You can do it like the whole way. You could even do that on the entire neck. Like the entire neck can be built with skateboards. I've done guitars that are just 100% skateboards. Like,
really?
Yeah, like minus the hardware.
Damn, that's and that
and they're like there were ways that I had to like figure out how to make that happen without it being, you know, crazy heavy or anything like that, you know, or just construction-wise, like how to make it not overstimulating, like when you look at it.
Yeah,
You know,
to kind
like-
of to even it out and tone it
Yeah,
down.
like
And that's all gluing and compression, I'd imagine, to get all those just
yeah, basically
solid. And how thick is that top when you cut it and put it on?
on the tops.
Yeah, when you do the
We got a 1/4 inch.
1/4 inch.
Yeah.
Gotcha. And for the whole well, of course, it'd be the whole. Was this about 2 inch or
No.
thick body?
Should be 1 3/4 inches.
Inch and 3/4. Wow.
Is it about this thickness right here that's kind
For
of
the when
visible?
you do the top, like that quarter sawn.
What is that? Oh, the binding.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
The top.
But
is
the,
about
but the top, is that
thickness of
about this
the binding. Yeah,
thickness?
it's about the thickness of the binding.
Mm-hmm.
Right on.
Yeah.
It.
And then, yeah, so you have an alder, or you both have alder blanks.
Mhm.
We'll do mahogany. I mean, I'll actually, even though it's not listed, like if I'll even go pick up specific species of wood if someone's
Oh, really?
keen on it,
Right on.
you know. But it has to be like easy for me to get. Like, you know, I'm not gonna go like cut a tree down and bring it
Yeah,
back
Amazon
home.
somewhere.
I would like a Brazilian rosewood body with a skateboard top.
Ooh, speaking of Brazilian rosewood, since you can't ship Brazilian rosewood internationally anymore,
That's right.
like
yeah.
it makes our life hard, like,
Ugh.
you know, and like shipping to our friends away from here.
Yeah.
So I'm trying to like move as far away from using. I'll use rosewood if you want it, but I think like I found a good substitute, and it's limited right now. But it's Brazilian walnut,
Ooh, wow.
and it's tonally in between rosewood and ebony.
So a
and
little
it-
bit a little bit brighter than
Ye-
rosewood.
Yeah, but it almost even like look-wise, so it's like the same darkness, right? That's a really dark piece of rosewood right there.
Yeah.
But it's like the same like shade as like these two, and it almost looks manufactured.
Oh wow.
Like
It
I
looks
don't know
fake,
why. Like
yeah.
like it like snake wood looks like manufactured.
Yeah,
right? Or
yeah.
lace wood. What is that? Yeah. Whatever. You get it. But that stuff. The grain is so tight. It's not like your walnut you're seeing in furniture and stuff. And I found a good bit of it, and it's the Brazilian walnut that I found specifically is reclaimed from the Coney Island boardwalk when it was originally made.
Oh, wow.
Nice. That's awesome.
So like as far as like the whole story coming full circle, it's like you're getting a guitar with skateboards that are like, you know, repurposed, right? And then like had a life before with you know, however many people are using it. And then you have now even the fingerboard, the only piece that isn't skateboards. Well, I mean, certain builds, right?
Yeah.
But like the fingerboard is now repurposed from the Coney Island boardwalk when it was like originally made, which is crazy that they even used that wood.
Yeah. I wonder
But-
how that came to be.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but like,
They were just building to last back then.
That's true. Yeah.
well, like I imagine that's a shitload of that wood, you know? So
Yeah.
like,
Yeah. The boardwalk then was pretty big. That's wow.
yeah, but you can ship that anywhere.
Huh.
And it looks super cool. It sounds super cool. It's like the coolest story ever. And, you know, why wouldn't you want that? Like, you know? like
That's a cool historical artifact to now have repurposed into a guitar. As you're
Yeah.
saying, something reclaimed. So if people want.
Everyone
a build
knows
with
that spot, too. It's not like
Yeah.
some random boardwalk. It's like that's one that you
Yeah.
can say to anybody and they'll know.
Used in movies,
Yeah.
classic films, TV, literature. It's a famous spot world over for sure.
Yeah, so
So it's just a request. If someone wants a build with that on the fretboard, just ask for it
yeah.
when it comes down to
Well, as long as I
ordering
have
into
it.
Pitbull audio.
As long as I have it, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Excuse me, sorry. Are you going to try any of the other substitutes that some companies have gone for, like, say, Pau Ferro?
I've
on the
tried
fretboard?
it. I did do that, and I've done ebony and stuff. Ebony's great, right? We all know.
Yeah.
But
yeah, very good.
Pau Ferro, I don't know. It's
Maybe.
cool.
Yeah,
It's cool.
it works.
It works. I don't like the streaks,
Really?
you know?
Yeah. Huh.
I mean, it's just me being anal, but like, I like that, you know, that piece and this piece is just like one solid dark color. I don't, you know.
So you don't like the figuring so much. You like the uniformity that's on these two boards right here.
Right. Yeah. Exactly. I mean, I did get a couple pieces that had like a nice uniform look, and that was great.
Nice.
But I, you know, I kept getting like some streaky pieces, and I don't know. It just
It didn't work
me.
for what you wanted. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, visually, aesthetically.
Yeah, aesthetically. I think it was just more in my head at like, okay, I'm looking for a substitute now, instead of like finding something that like genuinely was better, which is like why I'm super juiced on this other thing, because it's like, oh, this is just actually cooler than Rosewood, rather than being like, oh, like what are we gonna do now? Like, let's find something that's like almost as good.
Which you're seeing a lot of other companies struggle and
Find a replacement.
yeah, to find a replacement, and they're scrambling, as I was trying to say.
Or they
for all
just
the-
have not. They just decided to just not ship those guys. I'm like, oh man, that sucks.
It's been a little bit confusing for sure, but like, you know, vendors moving to Palo Ferro on these series and taking out Rosewood, and other companies are. But it's cool it's even better to see people using something reclaimed, something different. Because I love walnut as a body wood on guitars, and I don't think I see it enough on fretboards. So it's walnut with history on top of it, so that's pretty awesome.
But like I said, it doesn't look the same as the walnut that you see in bodies already, or in furniture, like whatever. The walnut we see all the time, like I don't know what it is about it, if it's just like that it's old growth or like something, but like this specific kind, you know, I should try and find like a board that's not from the Coney Island Boardwalk so I could compare them or something.
Yeah.
But like, it's really cool. Like tight grain, super tight grain, super straight, dark color.
Right on.
I feel like really weird talking about it like this.
I know, it's all good. This is what this show's all about, though.
Get deep.
Getting weird with walnut.
You're watching Getting Weird with Walnut.
Yeah, that's a new show on the EnterTalk Network. But we should talk about these two beauties that we have in our hands here, Nick. These are the Sunset models. So why don't you tell us about the Sunsets, which came out, I think, after that interview we had before.
Yeah, so basically the Sunset series I created to basically, if this wasn't exactly what someone wanted and they were more like in the realm of buying like in the market of buying like a traditional guitar, I built this to show kind of that they can still be a part of our family without, you know, just saying like, oh, like I don't want the rainbow guitar or whatever. So it's like, so here it's like just showing like, okay, so we built an alder-bodied guitar, maple neck with the rosewood board, all satin hardware, and then we did our little detailing where we did the inlay through the neck and our branding triangle logo that we inlay in every guitar. And we have these knobs, like I mentioned, I made these from scratch. And we, pop a little inlay of skateboard on the top. Then we did the McNelly Prisma collaboration thing. And then this polka dot guard is made by Deco Boom. I don't know if you heard of that guy. So I basically went to him with the idea of, like, there was an old surfboard photo, and the guy's really cool and easy to, we're totally on the same page always. So I was like, look at this photo, this polka dot surfboard from the 70s. Like, this guitar is kind of surf rock inspired, in my head. Like, I just want to make something that's like colorful and cool. And I was like really into color theory and stuff too. But I showed him the polka dot surfboard, and I was like, I want the same color polka dots. I want it on, cream, white, and black guards. And how do we do it? And he knew how to do it. And I just said the only thing is I want the polka dots to be so small that you don't see them from far away. And he was like, okay, I can do that. And we did the matching
Oh, that's right. Nice.
The matching back.
Matching touch.
And
Looks like
we have a
Band-Aid
custom
back there.
Yeah, we have the custom backplate on here too. It says like Sunset Series.
Oh, cool.
It's like its own logo.
All right, it's on this one as well.
Which actually I totally forgot. He's gonna be pissed that I forgot, but I never even say. This logo was designed by this guy. He goes by like Terminal Radness on Instagram.
I love the name.
He just makes like cool cartoons and stuff, and like I just reached out to him and he did it like for free. I was just like I totally owe him like at least a beer. But I was like, yeah, man, like I like your art. Like, think you could come up with something cool for this guitar model? And he came up with this, and we had it engraved in every neck plate.
That's very, very cool looking, and it has the triangle shape of the logo with the sunset in it. You can't get it close.
Well, the sunset's also where we're located in SF.
Oh, really? Oh,
Yeah.
the district.
Yeah.
Oh, rad.
Yeah. So in the beginning, the guitars were painted in correspondence to the houses in my neighborhood.
Oh, cool.
So I just like color, because it's like super vibrant colors. For some reason, everyone in San Francisco right there like paints their houses like crazy colors, you know?
Bright as hell.
Yeah, I mean, they're already kind of guitar colors, but I was just like, they had this idea of like just matching a guitar to a house, you know, like Fender matched guitars to cars, right?
Yeah, yeah.
So I was like, yeah, I wanted to do that because it meant something to me. And you know, I think it worked. So then with this one, I basically just did the same exact thing, just absolutely no skateboards.
No skateboard at all, and it is, what kind of bridge is this, a Shaler?
No, it's a Tone Pro.
A Tone Pro's bridge right here, and this is a McNelly right here, right? Which pickup is this again?
The Duckling.
The
Yeah, that's the
Duckling.
same as this, so you can see like how different they can look, you know?
Which, I mean, look, it has a cool old school look just in the original, but I mean, you may definitely up it with the...
And I have a gold foil one too.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Oh, I love gold foil.
I almost put it in this guitar, like just like the other day, because I was like trying to change it up a little.
Yeah, get
I
a
was
little
like,
something new going.
and put a black guard on it, just the gold foil. I was like,
Damn.
that could have been pretty cool. It's too modern though. I was
Yeah.
like, I'm gonna keep it like this.
Keep it a little old school looking.
Yeah, but like the bridge on that one, bridge pickup on that is made by Ryan Lamptey. He's just my buddy, my guitar tech guy.
Yeah, right
Yeah.
on. So a custom one for Nick.
Yeah.
I'm gonna give this one a little listen, yeah? Love that growl of that. What's this neck one called again?
That's the Duckling.
The Duckling.
So
Very, very cool sounding.
I want him to try this one too, because we have the Mastery bridge on this one.
Ooh, yes.
You know, it's a lot different with that Stagger Swagger and the bridge. That's Tim McNelly as well. It's like his noiseless humbucker, you know?
Oh, really?
Yeah.
It's gnarly.
Yeah. It's definitely got like a little bit of a single coil snarl in it, but it's noiseless and humbucker size. But it's technically a humbucker, you say, right?
Yeah, it is. No, this one.
The Stagger
That's
Swagger
the
there.
Duckling. That's the same as that.
So this
That
is a
big.
single coil.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Very cool.
And I love that
I
the
think the
master
polka
on there.
dots, yeah.
What was that? Sorry.
I love the polka dots.
Right. Yeah.
It's so cool, man. Like we just did one in ocean turquoise with that with a white guard, and that contrast was like
Nice.
super cool on it. It was just like, you know,
Very-
because that's like such a dark color, and then I don't know, you get it.
But yeah, that's definitely. It
I
sounds.
tend to elaborate a lot.
Oh, dude, that's fine. That's what some raw talk show is for, right? But it makes me think that color combo of like, you know, like a Bel Air or something.
Yeah. This is like actually an orange tint over a white primer.
Oh, really?
So it's not even like a solid color. It's just we sprayed white and then we just went over with orange tint.
It came out beautiful though, and you do nitro finishes on yours, right?
Yeah, all nitro.
So
So
natural
they get all,
checking.
they get all old looking and cool after a while. I mean, I saw one of our first guitars we ever sold, like that really got gigged around, like recently, and it looked so cool, man. Like I really saw how this guy like wore it in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right on. Is it?
Because I usually just see them all new.
Yeah, right. You don't see them after enough
Yeah.
use usually. So on the cleaner side, that is still a very warm, responsive pickup. Yeah.
Yeah, he likes that one.
Yeah. I love the masteries. That I love that most of the, seems like most of the Prismas I've
So
seen have
smooth,
masteries.
yeah.
Right? It is
Yeah.
the smoothest
That's
feel on them.
the on the Telecaster like bridge that we're using too. We're doing like the mastery.
Oh, really?
Mastery one, yeah.
Nice. I cannot
Yeah.
wait to
I
see
did a
that come
couple
out.
like Callahan ones too that were also cool.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
All right. I have to check those out.
Yeah.
Got a little bit wanted to hear a little bit of this custom humbucker you have in here. What did you ask for when you had him do this one right here?
I didn't ask for anything.
Really?
I just like got it from him. Like he said he made it, and I put it in there, and I like really, really like them both on. Like try like right in the middle position.
Right in the middle?
Yeah.
So very sharp and articulate right in the middle between the two of them. But yeah, that's one thing that's always caught my attention about your builds is that they're very snappy and articulate, especially with like the skate tops. I mean, it's basically maple.
It is maple.
So it is going to be, yeah, it is. It is maple, yeah. So it's going to be bright as hell, and I love that. I like a nice, bright, snappy guitar.
I remember like back when everyone was all, I feel like I finally built my cred, you know, my street cred, like within the builders world.
Yeah.
But back when I always had like an issue like explaining to people that the skateboard top was fine to use, you know. I was like, they're like, oh, it probably sounds bad, you know. I was like, why would it, you know? It's hard, the same thing that guitars have been made of for years, you know.
Yeah, it's just a laminated tinted wood, so it's gonna work just the same.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's one of those doubtful things I've heard in the shop a couple times. Like it must sound like must sound this way or that way. Nah, it's just wood. It's the same thing you're used to. It just looks a little different. And yeah.
It's crazy to see people's perception of it like change. Like straight away too. Like I've seen people flip like instantly as soon as they hold one, you know, where they're like totally on one side and then they hold it and they're like, oh, actually, might have to buy this thing.
I turn right around.
Yeah.
What did you think the first time you saw these and picked these up, Paul?
Well, just the colors, they look amazing. They pop right at you. Just dig them. You could tell the quality, the build quality from like quarter mile away.
Yeah. 'Cause I mean, Emerson Guts, top choice pickups, top choice hardware you make in shop, as on the Sunset over there. Which actually, why don't you tell us about some of what's available if someone wants to order a Sunset? Because I think I have seen one where you guys will do a skate top on this if you want.
We haven't done that yet,
No?
but I totally would, you know. Like I said, like that's totally, you know, clearly something that we can manage.
Yeah.
So it's not a problem. Yeah, we do, as far as like options here, it's kind of like the same thing. Like just like a general rule of thumb of how anything custom for us goes is it's like a sandwich shop. First pick your shape, which will be like your bread. Mm-hmm. And then you got your inside. I love food, guys. Yeah. You got your insides, like, you know, lettuce, tomato, whatever. Yeah. That's like your setup. Right. So basically imagine the bread, the shape, just being like kind of what you choose first, and then anything you want to put inside is probably like totally fine for us to manage. I don't really like to, you know, switch around hardware much, so we do the Mastery Bridge or the hip shot stuff or Tone Pro stuff. Jason Schroeder will do all of those. Like those are people that I've done things with before in the past. It's just hard to, just if someone really wants a specific bridge that isn't one of those, like it's really difficult to explain like that. I mean, I'll do it, you know, but you have to pay like a full price upcharge for that because I don't have any relationship with those guys.
Yeah,
you know?
so I have to buy the hardware for this to happen. Yeah. So,
but you know, Mastery Bridge stuff is fantastic. The Tone Pro stuff is super good. Jason Schroeder stuff is ace. Nice. Hip shot stuff is always good. I do that on all the basses.
Right on.
Yeah. So, yeah.
So there's
color-wise too, in the Sunsets, we can do anything you want. We don't do the house thing anymore.
Oh, right on. But this still,
I've kind of always wanted to do like a translucent sunset, like just like a sunburst finish, like tobacco burst or like something.
Right
I don't really know what kind of burst, but something in that realm, like I think will be like coming out soon.
Nice. Yeah, that's actually is for all the crazy tops I've seen. I didn't think about that. I haven't seen any kind of burst finish.
I've done
yet.
bursts over the stripes.
Oh, wow.
I did like a full natural, like zero colors. Like I found boards that were just maple ply without the dye. Mm-hmm. So it was just basically look kind of like how plywood looks if you just like glue it together.
Yeah.
I guess that is what it is. But like it was just like natural stripes, right? And then I sprayed tobacco burst over it, or it was more like a tea burst.
Okay, yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it was like kind of a orangey amber, and then like a little dark thing around it, you know? And that was really cool. Nice. You know, it looked kind of, everyone kept saying it reminded them of like PRS or something, but it's like, now it's a Prisma thing, man.
Yeah, now called Prisma.
Yeah, but I think it's cool because when you do stuff like I said with the tints, like literally just change up the whole game. And as far as like patterns go, even like I'm not even done. Like if people like stick around on the Instagram and stuff, I'm sure I'm gonna come out with like some crazy new patterns, because only thing that's keeping me from doing it is like time and like messing around. Also, I cut my fingers off, but like I think I can, you know, I have already like an idea of like if I cut everything this way and then glued it back up and then cut it again and then glued it back up and then cut it again, then I can get like some cool pattern, you know, and like that's typically what it takes. So like when you see like something wild, that's how ridiculous the process is, you know. Aside from the initial getting the board material. So there you got your 4 days, then you got another thing and then another thing and another thing, and then you can get the top. But it's worth it, you know. Like sometimes like that kind of stuff, it's like, you know, this guy's literally gonna have the only one of these, you know. Like we've done those striped, you saw at NAMM, we did like the striped tops, but we did like a kind of puzzle pattern.
I was gonna bring that one up, the one that's almost mosaic-y. I thought that's what you were bringing up. Yeah.
So that's like us just kind of, you know, giving our brains a hard time, puzzling things together. It actually is like super complicated. I've sat for like, I think one time I did one of those, I sat for like 4 hours or something, like looking at it, just like I can't figure out how to do this last piece. Like it was like
Just you had the problem in front of you. You had to work backwards, then forwards again, just to figure this thing out.
those are definitely like showpiece ones, you know, like they sound just the same and stuff, but like, or really they sound good, you know, but it's just those ones I really rack my brain on trying to figure it out, the pattern, you know.
Yeah.
But I think that even in terms of like, you know, what if you did the stripes and you cut them at 45 angles, so it was like that, you know how like the natural figuring of like a really flame top has that like angle,
Yeah.
like it could do that with the stripes. You know,
Huh.
it could be like an arrow going to the neck.
So kind of have everything sweeping inwards.
Yeah.
Say, for an example, something
Yeah.
like that.
I mean, anything, you know, even if you cut, like turn your saw blade at an angle when you do the cuts, now your lines are getting elongated. So from them being only, you know, a 1/16 of an inch, they're now, you know, an 1/8 of an inch because you cut it at an angle.
Interesting.
So you can really mess around.
So it sounds like there's going to be all kinds of experimentations coming up, and some like one-offs.
The R&D laboratory.
Yes, exactly. Yeah.
Yeah, it never gonna stop with that, you know. But yeah. So that's pretty much the way these work.
Right. That's cool.
Yeah,
that
this
they're-
one's got a cool flame neck
Ooh.
too.
Yeah, I keep eyeing that as I turn towards you in the interview, just especially right along here. Look at that. But if someone wants a maple neck, they can do the flamed if they want to.
Yeah, you just have to put that kind of stuff in the notes. Maybe one day I'll get my website super like the Nike shoe creator
the
or something.
custom, yeah.
Where it's like rotating 3D and like building it. I just don't know how to do that yet.
Yeah. Yeah.
But like, yeah, you just gotta tell me in the notes, and we can definitely throw that in there. That one has an amber tint on it. This is just the natural.
Or another option for you folks is you always talk to me at Pitbull Audio. Give me an email or call in, or if you're in town, visit. And if you want to get a custom Prisma done, we'll sit down, talk, figure out what you want, and send it up to Nick to
Yeah, I mean,
get built.
if anyone wants like these exact guitars, even, and they're not in the shop, you know, Eric can just take the order for it. You know.
Absolutely. Call me and let me know. Is there anything else that's coming up in the horizon that we should keep an eye out for?
There is, but I don't know if I'm allowed to talk about it.
Oh.
Top secret stuff.
I don't
All
even
right.
know if it is, to be honest. I would hate to spill the beans. When does this shit come out?
This comes this comes out Thursday. Is that the second? First. The first, yeah. This
The
Thursday,
first?
yeah.
Okay. I don't know.
No, you
I'll
can
wait.
keep it a secret, yeah.
I mean, I'll just say hit the newsstands, guys.
Yeah. Keep an eye and ear out. Check out
Yeah.
PrismaGuitars.com. At Prisma Guitars is the Instagram, I believe.
Yeah.
Yeah. And any other social media places they should check y'all out?
We got the website, we got Instagram, I have a Twitter that kind of sucks, and then I have...
I don't know how to use Twitter either. It's all good.
Yeah, that's all you need to know. There's Facebook and things too. That's cool. Facebook's cool.
Right. Yeah, easy medium. We're all familiar with it at this point. If not, wow.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
But so much cool stuff that's possible, so much cool stuff that's available. We still got that Duke, that Syndicate, and that Toledo, which you're holding the Toledo and the Syndicate right here at Pitbull Audio. If you guys want to order your own customized one, give us a call. If you want to check out these sunsets right here, I mean, this is a fucking cool shape and cool guitar right here. I love
it
this
is.
reverse offset thing. Is so awesome.
Do they bleep you on the...
No, we don't have to here. You can curse all you want.
That's he was allowed one F-bomb for an episode, and he just couldn't help it anymore.
Yeah, I think too deep. Too deep. Can I go for a 3? No. Try not
It's
to.
just more
No.
editing for Cedric.
Yeah, sorry, Cedric.
Sorry, Cedric.
But yeah, anything else you want to add in?
No.
No?
Yeah, I mean, basically, don't hesitate to reach out, you know, if you, like I said, like the biggest thing I could stress is like, for people that are waiting on like buying a Prisma guitar, they just need to, if they see the color pattern, you know, we have like kind of ways to reserve it without like putting the full price down, you know, like payment plan stuff. We have like we can do the swaps on knobs and, you know, ring color and pickup style. It's like no problem. Like people just need to, you know, reach out, and if I don't want to do it, I'm just gonna tell you I don't want to do it, you know. But it won't hurt to just ask, and you know, it goes for the things at Pitbull too, you know.
Yeah,
like
for
I'm still in touch with the guys, so we can always switch stuff out.
Yeah, absolutely. It's, I mean, like you said, pick your sandwich bread, pick your frame, and all the guts in here, you can always change it out. You want dual humbucker on a Sunset, you want a pair of single coils on a Toledo, it's all possible.
Yeah, and even in terms of like I said in this one, if you don't want P90s and you want these to be Trons or Strat pickups or humbuckers or whatever, we can do that without rerouting this, you know, so it's not a problem, you know. It's just going, you know, to have its own unique look, which is even cooler, so.
Right, yeah. And these are individual statements of expression that also happen to be able to make rad music and play and sound amazing. So, yeah. Dude, get your dream Prisma. I mean, these things are too damn cool to pass up.
Definitely some of the most original work out there.
Absolutely. And quality craftsmanship, like we've been saying, you build one fucking badass instrument. Got
That's
the third
two.
one in there.
Yeah,
Was it
that's
two or
the third
three?
one already.
Is that three?
I don't know.
I don't know. I don't get rewarded for how many times I say it anyway. For some reason, I want to keep track though. But yeah.
But anyway, like it, and really your story is kind of crazy and inspirational to see you like just, you know, power through and continue with your dream and your craft. And like you said, who knows? Maybe it's one of those things that kind of hopefully changes gears into something even more amazing.
Yeah, I mean, this was definitely a weird year with the no finger thing, but I think it all, you know, in a weird way was kind of beneficial, I think, you know, and a great experience.
Yeah. A learning experience.
A learning experience, right? Yeah, no, I mean, like, you know, that would never stop me. You know, I was never going to, if anything, if for some reason guitars had to be stopped because I don't have arms or something, like, I would find a way to still do it, or I would find another thing to create. You know, I'm definitely resourceful. So.
Yeah. Your adaptation and resilience. I mean, from 30 seconds into losing your fingers.
Well, I had a buddy have his arm cut off like a month before.
Holy shit.
I cut my fingers off. So, but he wasn't woodworking or anything. He got hit by a train.
Ooh.
But I know we don't need to get into all this at the end of on like the go away part of.
We're supposed to end on an
Yeah.
inspirational note.
But anyways, he just kept me like totally cool because I was thinking about it and I'm looking at my hand and stuff and I was like, you know what, like he is like already totally back and running, like in 100%, you know. He's not like limited by any means. Like he's totally skating, he's totally doing his everyday things, and just I don't see him with any bad attitudes. So like I was like, you know what, this is clearly not as bad as that, so we're cool. Like, you know.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, that's that's quick resilience. I'm like, oh,
Yeah.
I can make it through this. Ow.
Oh man, it hurt. You're in shock though, you know. It doesn't
Oh
make
yeah, that's also true. Yeah, you're in a whole nother state at that. But Nick, thank you so much for coming by and doing an interview with us in person, bringing these awesome sunsets, and I really cannot wait to see what else you put out, man.
Yeah, cool, man. Thanks for having me, and I'm sure I'll see you guys many times.
For sure.
I'll come back and do this. It's
Oh,
cool.
absolutely, yeah. We're definitely gonna have you back, man, for sure. But yeah, Any last words, Paul?
Just
I made
great.
that sound so ominous.
That's a lot of last words.
You want on your tombstone.
Yeah.
Just great work. Keep it up, man. I'm psyched to see what you come up with next.
Yeah, man. Thank you.
No
Thank you,
worries,
guys.
No worries. Well, I'm Eric Lucero.
I'm Paul Berezetsky.
I'm Nick. Sorry, I wanted to be a part of that.
Oh, no worries. Right on then. Thank you very much for joining us on this episode of Sharpen the Axe on EnterTalk Radio, powered by Pitbull Audio, with our guest, Nick Pourfard of Prisma Guitars. Customize your own. Get one. You know you want one. I do. Get one.
I do too. Thanks for watching. See you next time.